Welcome to Getting Your Money's Worth, the show that focuses on value. Our guest today is Kristin McDonough, Director of the New York Public Library, Business Library at 34th and Madison. Hi, thanks for being on the show.
I am delighted.
Yeah, well, we're happy to have you. I didn't know there's a separate. It's your house separately. You're not part of the.
We're not part of
any branch of the central.
No,
right.
no. Yeah. We're one of the 4 research libraries of New York Public, and we specialize in business.
And you okay. So, and you're 34th. So you have your own house on 34th.
Exactly.
What kind of stuff do you have in your collections?
We have databases that electronic databases that help business people find lists of companies and data and financial
information. Can you help the unemployed?
Oh yes, we have the Job Search Central.
Oh wow, that's
I run
terrific.
Job Search Central.
You have a big job now.
We do, and
you got to get that. You got to get that employment rate down, Kristin.
We have 20 career coaches who volunteer and meet people one-on-one. We bring in experts who give free classes. We have resume books. We have databases, etc. We also have a financial literacy central, and now we have the business plan competition with money from.
So we're going to talk about each one separately. So obviously you teach you start at the beginning and you go through the system, you go through the process of getting a job or changing a job. But you have folks that advise on resume, on how to make a resume, and you
do mock interviews.
You role play interviews.
Exactly.
Do you talk about how to dress for an interview?
Exactly. We work with Dress for Success, and they're willing to come in and do sessions.
It's terrific. How to speak.
Exactly.
What to say, what not to say.
We have communication experts that talk about projecting your image.
And all of this is at no cost.
Absolutely.
Who funds you?
We are funded by the city, by public sources. We're funded by private philanthropists, by foundations, and by corporations.
Really? So it's a joint venture of the of citizenry and government.
We like to say we're a private corporation for the public good.
Well, that's terrific. So so now that we know what you do, let's go on to the next thing that you said before the business competition.
We have a financial literacy center.
So tell me about your financial literacy center.
We have thousands of books about personal finance, everything from household budgeting to understanding home ownership. To pension information, retirement information.
How to get a mortgage and not get stuck.
Saving for your children's education. And again, we have this fabulous partnership where volunteers from the Financial Planning Association of New York and private certified financial planners come in pro bono and have one-on-one counseling.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. Do teenagers come to you?
We have teenagers who use our resources. I think we've had college students who come in for the one-on-one counseling.
Right. Because the dearth of financial literacy training or teaching, I mean, there is none in the school system, basically. And kids how are they going to learn? They have to learn someplace how to manage money.
Well, in another part of NYPL, we have a relationship with High Water Woman, and they come in and do sessions using Mickey Siebert's curriculum.
Right. We've had Mickey Siebert on the show.
Yes, she's very proud of that curriculum.
She's very proud of it, and rightly so. In fact, we're proud and getting the money's worth that we have talked to her, and we made some serious efforts to get it installed in the New York public school system, where it is in some in some schools.
Yes,
right.
Exactly.
And it's amazing how people grow up, men and women, youngsters, grow up without knowing anything about payroll taxes.
Exactly.
They get their first check and they don't have a notion of what the deductions were.
Yes, and we find that we have librarians who know about the vetted websites from the government, et cetera, to answer questions about Social Security. And we have these experts who come in who give seminars, and then we have people who talk one-on-one in a private room about everything from managing your personal finances to making big decisions about your 401k, et cetera.
Exactly.
All free.
All free. What could be better getting your money's worth than free?
Exactly.
Right. And then you have this new business plan competition we want to be sure and talk about because it has a early end date.
Exactly.
And this it's New York Startup Business Plan Competition. Okay, so it's a contest.
It's a contest. It's funded by City Foundation, City Foundation.
City Foundation.
They do the same for the Brooklyn Public Library and the Queens Public Library.
Which, by the way, is that part of your system?
No, they're separate systems.
Right. People always get confused.
Exactly. So this competition is for residents of Manhattan, the Bronx, and Staten Island who want to start a business in one of those boroughs. Last year, we had 800 people who came to the orientations.
Unbelievable.
354 actually took the 4 required technical workshops, so we give free training.
So you have 4 workshops.
Workshops.
And let's just talk about these workshops. I mean, you start with basics such as, is it even a good idea?
Exactly.
Should I even think about this business?
Exactly. And then we go on to the elements of a business plan.
And you go through the process. Should I think about it? How am I going to pay for it?
Sources
How am I going to find a market? You go through all the steps, right?
Incorporation, sole proprietorship, then marketing, how to determine your target market, demographics, advertising, your competitors. Then we do financial projections. And when I say we have hired a consultant who is a business specialist who gives these. Then we have a requirement that if you continue in the competition,
so you have to attend
4 technical workshops on these subjects, and then you must go to have a one-on-one counseling session with partners. So we have partners from SCORE, the Service Corps of Retired Executives, from the SBDCs in these 3 boroughs.
That's a small business center.
Development centers, from the Economic Development Corporations in the Bronx and Upper Manhattan, from the Workshop and Business Opportunities. These are our wonderful partners who see our entrants one-on-one to help mentor them. And then at the end of the competition, there are 12 finalists. The 12 finalists come in before a panel of 17 judges, give their presentations as if it were a real, is this business bankable? And then we have 5 winners. And the first prize winner is $15,000 cash.
Which is a nice piece of money.
It is.
It's a very, and this is privately funded for you?
Yes, City Foundation.
City Foundation.
And what we like to say is that even if you don't win one of the 5 cash prizes, you're a winner. Because if you have a completed business plan, you can go to the New York Business Solutions Center, and you can sit down in any of the boroughs and get financing advice. They'll help you bundle loans. Wow. But your entry to these is to have a completed business plan.
And some credit has loosened up at some banks.
It has.
And there are things such as angel investors. There are people that do this. They do it to make money. They do it also as a service.
Exactly, a public good.
Public good. But you're right. You can't, without a business plan, it's just a conversation.
Exactly.
Right.
And so we help with that technical. We also like to think that by meeting other budding entrepreneurs and exchanging ideas, we're building community.
You're building a network. Yeah. Is your program aimed mainly at women?
It isn't, but can I tell you a secret? Last year was it's not a secret, we're very proud of this. Last year was our first New York startup competition. We had 350 people who completed, 44 entrants, and the top 3 winners happened to be women. Well, so it's not aimed particularly at women. It just happened in this case.
It happened to women. And listen, and all to the good too. I mean, one of the disadvantages that women have is they don't have a network that they can turn to and talk about how to get started, or can you introduce me to so and so. So it's a valuable, and in today's world, I don't know what the percent, but something like 65% of women are working. Mm-hmm. Two income families.
From when I grew up, that's
two income families are more and more traditional, and probably more and more needed.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Do you want to hear a little bit about the businesses that won? Would that be of interest?
Absolutely.
Okay, our first place winner has a company called Shoo Shoo. And she's an ex-metallurgy undergraduate in engineering. She produces silver nitrate treated, very thin linings that go in your very expensive good shoes when you don't wear stockings. To absorb. Exactly.
What a clever idea.
Wasn't that clever?
Well, especially since it's so trendy now not to wear stockings.
Exactly. So that was the first. Then we had 2 runners-up, second place winners. One of them is called Sky STEM, and this woman has developed a very, very supple and flexible software system that helps do accounts reconciliation and does all that. Very important. And the third is she's a purveyor of interactive vending machines for a niche market, people who have food allergies, people who have kosher dietary restrictions. She does not produce the snacks. She finds them, and then she puts them in these vending machines in high traffic locations.
What a marvelous thing! I mean, kosher. What a marvelous. Or if you have a peanut allergy or a chocolate allergy, what a marvelous.
And her business is called Safe Snack Vending.
Safe.
And then among the other finalists, we had a two-person law team that did mediation for gay and lesbian couples and families. We had several virtual businesses, website developers. We had a woman who developed gourmet goodies for pets. We had a real variety of services, personal care products. These businesses that won and the other businesses that you mentioned, they're all kind of, Kristin, niche markets. And I suppose in today's world, when there's so much out there, there's so many businesses, there's so many websites, there's just so much, consumers are bombarded, that it takes some kind of a nimble, clever idea to make a mark. Exactly. You know, something that's unique and catchy. That's unique and one of them was has a wit about it. One of them was a webinar. Get this clever name, and it was a proposal that she walked couples who wanted destination weddings, walked them through the process using web technology. Yeah, it's amazing. But, you know, we don't have a lot of people. I just want to get into something more about your next startup, because there is a deadline. There is. And I want to get this out. So, okay, so this startup business plan competition, which, by the way, is a very valuable service, whether you win the top 3 prizes. Absolutely. Even if the person doesn't use it that moment, the door has been opened in your mind that there's something out there you can do. Exactly, and you can apply again next year. Right, exactly. And the other thing about it is, if you have a day job, this kind of opens up ideas for you to pursue while you're canoodling or thinking about how to start your own business while you are earning money. Gives you focus. Exactly. I couldn't think of the word. I took a librarian. Right? Okay. Meantime, deadline is December 20th, so anybody who's interested has to go to one of our remaining 4 orientations at Sybil, and we only have 4 more, and the last one is December 13th. Okay, so they have to appear in person by December 1. The next one is the end of November, and then we have early December, but all the information is on the website. So and we're going to put this website on our interview with you. Fabulous. Okay. So for anyone who's interested, there is a time deadline, and if you can't get it it rolls around again for next year. Exactly. The city has told us they're going to fund us again for next year. How long have you been with the library system? I opened Sybil in 1996. Sybil is the business science and distribution business. And you opened it when? 1996. And you have a business background yourself? Yes. Yeah. I used to be a librarian at Baruch College, which is the business school of CUNY. Baruch College. Baruch College. Yeah. Yes. Right. Well, you're certainly using your business expertise in a marvelous give back way. It absolutely thrills me every day I walk into Sybil, because I know we're helping real New Yorkers find their dreams. Exactly, and also for many of these folks, it's not only is just about revenue, but it's also about their own ego. Their feeling of persona, that they matter, they count for something. Absolutely, and since we have the Job Search Center, and since so many people are in transition from corporate life, one option is to become an entrepreneur. Absolutely. In fact, entrepreneurs are still the old American dream. The biggest employer in New York City are small businesses. Thank you so much for being on. I appreciate this opportunity. I appreciate your being on. You're watching Getting Your Money's Worth. Getting your money's worth. I don't know how you could do better than visit the Business Library on 34th and Madison under the direction of our guest, Kristin McDonough. Absolutely. Thank you for watching.